It's another Q&A edition of Optimal Health Daily, episode 775, and I'm Dr. Neil Malik. Hey there, happy Friday. You made it through another week. Welcome to another Q&A edition of Optimal Health Daily, where I answer your health questions related to fitness, diet and nutrition, and lots more. You send in the questions, and I answer them for you. If you want to send me a question, come by oldpodcast.com/ask, or you can call in your question. The number is 61 I love OHD. As I always say, I want this to be a place where you can learn the truth, where we cut through some of those myths. And I try and do that by looking at what the actual research says. What do the data say about your particular question? A quick refresher about my credentials specifically. I have my doctoral degree in public health with an emphasis in chronic disease prevention and nutrition. I also have my Master of Public Health degree with an emphasis in health promotion and health education. I'm also a registered dietitian nutritionist, a certified health education specialist, and a certified exercise physiologist through the American College of Sports Medicine. So with that, let's hear today's question as we optimize your life.
Hello, I just wanted to say thanks for all your podcasts. They're really interesting and I enjoy listening to them. My question is on sleep. So there's a lot of controversy on how much sleep we really need, with the average being around about 7 to 9 hours for an adult. So I was wondering what happens if you sleep, or you happen to fall asleep on the sofa for 2 hours, wake up and get yourself to bed, and then fall back asleep. So overall you've had 8 hours sleep, but you've disrupted it 2 hours within. Do you know if this has any bad impacts? Thank you.
Thank you for your question, caller, and thank you so much for listening. I'm so glad you enjoy our family of podcasts. Now, I can actually relate to your question. My family has taken pictures of me asleep on the couch in the evening. This usually happens after a particularly long week, and usually the pictures do include my cat resting on me while I sleep. He likes to leech my body heat when I'm sleeping. Luckily, this idea of me falling asleep on the couch late in the evening doesn't happen all that often. This is because, as you mentioned, when this happens late in the evening, it can impact the quality of your sleep. And when sleep gets interrupted, it can lead to other potential negative health effects. Taking regular afternoon naps, though, I want to be clear here, can promote health. This is because when you nap, your body's not preparing for that 7 to 9 hour hibernation. But if you fall asleep on the couch near bedtime, your body might think it's hibernation time. It's preparing for you to sleep for 7 to 9 hours. And it's this long, deep, restorative sleep that our bodies need so badly. So if you interrupt it by getting up and moving yourself to your bed, it may influence the overall quality of your sleep. As human beings, we have 2 stages of sleep that our bodies fluctuate in and out of throughout the night. There's the rapid eye movement, or REM phase, and the non-rapid eye movement, or NREM phase. To make things just a bit more complicated, the non-rapid eye movement, or NREM phase, actually has 4 stages, where stages 1 through 2 are what we would call light sleep, and stages 3 through 4 would mean the person is in deep sleep. Now, when someone is in stages 1 and 2, the slightest sound might wake them up, but in stages 3 and 4, it may be harder to wake them up. And stages 3 and 4 are most important for our health. And in case you're wondering how scientists identified these stages, they had people come into sleep labs where they hooked them up to these machines that read their brain waves and body temperatures while they slept. Now, that's just NREM sleep. REM sleep is also important for feeling our best. For most of us, it takes about 90 minutes to get to this deep REM sleep. Now, overall, we need a minimum of 7 hours just to allow our bodies to go in and out of all of these stages of NREM and REM sleep. When that happens, we wake up feeling refreshed. But when that doesn't happen, that's when we may not feel as refreshed and when we may start experiencing negative health effects. Okay, so huge digression there, I know. So why did I bother explaining all of that? Again, it's because to truly understand this concept, you needed to know some of this background information. What we're learning is that when there are interruptions to the progression of these stages, our hormones begin to change. These hormones range from those related to stress to those related to appetite and even growth hormone. In fact, researchers have discovered that fragmented sleep may be more important than sleep duration for regulating our appetite. Meaning, if our sleep gets interrupted, we may end up eating more the next day. Some researchers believe that this happens because the body is somehow trying to compensate. By increasing food intake, we're trying to promote sleep. Sleep researchers have also found that interrupted sleep can increase stress hormone levels in the blood. An increase in stress hormones can lead to other not so great health effects like increased fat storage, particularly around the abdomen, decreased sensitivity to insulin, which may increase the risk for developing type 2 diabetes, poorer brain functioning, and a poorer working immune system. Other researchers have found that disrupting sleep for even just a few seconds leads to a temporary increase in heart rate and blood pressure. The body thinks that it's time to wake up and tries to get your heart rate and blood pressure back up to the levels it normally experiences when you're awake. So, if sleep gets interrupted over and over, this increase in blood pressure may become permanent. This is one of the reasons why it's been theorized that interrupted sleep may lead to high blood pressure, also known as hypertension. But here's the deal. All of this news doesn't sound great, I know. In fact, it can be pretty distressing. But if we start obsessing over the minutes of sleep we're losing every night, that's probably going to cause you to lose even more sleep. So, what I recommend is this. When you start to feel sleepy, move to your bed before you actually fall asleep on the couch. Now, I get it. Sometimes getting off the couch to tuck yourself into bed may wake you out of that sleepiness you are experiencing. If that happens, have a snoozy time book on your nightstand. You know, the one that's not super interesting. And then start reading. That should get your mind and body back into sleep mode, and hopefully you'll hit that deep restorative sleep in no time. Thank you again so much for the question, caller. You'll be entered into a very small raffle every month to win a book. Now, if you want to send in a question and be in our raffles, it's super easy. Just come by oldpodcast.com/ask. You can record right from your computer's microphone. It's really easy, and you can even play back your message and do retakes before sending it in, or you can do it the old-fashioned way and call in your question. The number is 61 I love OHD. Both methods are in this episode's description, which you can find at oldpodcast.com. Thank you so much again for listening every day. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for sharing this show with someone. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday where your optimal life awaits.